Hey everyone, and welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday, everyone. It is Visual Novel Day today here on this stream, so we are going to continue Astatos today. My apologies for starting a little late. It is a beautiful day today. The sun is out and the clouds are clear, so I just had to go out for a bike ride and get some fresh air. And then as soon as I came back, I went and visited my parents for a few minutes. They're doing good. And now here I am back and ready. Hey Rage, thanks for coming to the stream. How you doing? So, ever heard of Astatos before? Not really? First time? Well, I really like Astatos. This is a very interesting hybrid of a visual novel and a card game. I'll give you a brief summary of the story. It's about these two characters, Vetus and Valasis, and they had to flee their home because of a war taking place. They summoned the two gods, Mukaki and Makati Hati, these two in the background, and they're basically deities of order and chaos, if you want to put it in those terms. So they go on a journey, and they have the ability to summon other heroes from different eras. These characters here in the background. Like, here's all these characters like Lysander, Nikos, Alkaios. Is there a futuristic theme? No. This game has more of a Roman, theme. Like futuristic characters? No. These are some of my favorites, Timaeus and Sulpicius. My other favorite is definitely Zermes. There's Krokos. And Herklaus. This game has been in early access for 2 years now, and I'm really happy that it's still going, adding more content, giving the game some polishing. There's an online mode that's pretty good. You gotta go on the Astatos Discord server. Well, you don't have to, you don't got to, but if you want to, you can easily find players to play on the official Studio Klondike Discord server and play card games with them. My stream is more focused on the main campaign, however, so we're going to be going through a storyline and playing card games against AI opponents. I'll go more in detail about the card games when we get to that. For now, we are going to continue the main story of Astatos. Well, that's alright, Rage. Alright, so where we last left off, we finished the Art of Benevolence, the chapter that focused on Circlus. And now we're gonna continue Pro Bono Publico and have a chat with the Hyena Gang. This is actually the chapter where I stopped when I ran through the game on my personal time. So I'll point out when we get to the part that I'm unfamiliar with, but I'm pretty excited, especially if this chapter really is focused on Zermes. Right, let's continue the story. Spacey. Despite their recent roughhousing, the Hyena Gang are amicable to Zermes' questioning. The hyenas led the group through the city as they talk, each one finishing the other's words in a cackle of secrets and conspiracy. Have you ever been criticized for being a furry? Oh, wow, never thought I'd get a question like that before. Well, I'd say no. But there's the rare occasion where someone goes half furry, and I just ignore it. I don't have a big presence on the scene, like social media, YouTube, streams, stuff like that. And I am working on building an audience, but I in no means am not looking to be famous or anything. I just wanna play games, show people the games I love, and chat with them and have a good time. Anyway, you're saying that the Spacey are responsible for embezzling the supplies. Spacey, I keep hearing that word today. Well, you could say the head of wheat. Heads, they're an agricultural union. Yeah, they colluded with officials to swindle all the supplies away. Doesn't seem likely to me. People have a good impression of the Spacey. We just caught wind of an incident where the Spacey let someone who owed money off the hook, throw up the man stepped right in his face. They don't exactly seem like a selfish bunch. Yes, the Spacey have a good reputation. A good reputation doesn't mean they do good things. When you're funded by stealing government supplies, there's no need to screw over small fry anymore. So they're the big bad? You expect me to believe that? Hey now, we aren't lying. Just ask around here. Many others will tell of this truth. Just this night we listened to stories singing the union's praises. Because they have everyone fooled. Many nobles have no idea about the truth. If the Spacey does right by you, who are you to criticize them? Ain't that the way of things? How can I know without a shadow of a doubt that this isn't all one big bluff? I want proof. Like I said, if you just ask around... I guess we'll have to take a look around then. No. Why should two summoners such as yourselves do the legwork? Think of it more like crown mages and let others heed your call. After all, with the hyenas, you have 4 assistants waiting upon your words with bated breath, no? Yes, that's right. Hold on, how can we be sure whoever they ask is trustworthy? They could have already told whoever they bring to lie in advance. What, you don't think I can tell when someone is lying to me? If they try to pull a stunt like that, they'll no longer be of use to us. Herklaus, who had been called out for additional muscle, waves his spear for dramatic effect. Yes, we would never dare! Very well, then go and bring your proof here quickly. We'll be waiting for you here. Of course! Guys, get on it! Hey Isaac, thanks for coming to the stream. The oldest of the 4 brothers stays behind as a hostage, while the other 3 leaves to find nearby residents to prove their case. Not long after, they return with the refugee to back their claims. Now, what can you tell us about this Passé? The refugee looks afraid, eyes darting back and forth between Venus and the 4 hyenas, not daring to utter a word. Zumi shakes his head and taps Venus on the shoulder. Boss, I'll teach you. It's times like these you need to throw something to bite onto. Hey, you. You think the Passé are good people, right? Do they do a lot of good deeds? Yes, they are good people. They do a lot of good deeds. Is that all? Nothing else to say? Yes. Well, that's good. You can go. Thank you! The refugee leaves and Valises has a perplexed expression on his face. I don't get it. What's the point if you're going to use the leading questions? Of course they're going to take the easy way out and say the Passé are good people. Do you really think they meant what they said? No, he seemed a bit uncomfortable about it. If it was the truth, they would have used their own words rather than just spitting out what I fed them. They don't just dislike the Passé, oh, they hated them. But that's not necessarily true, right? They were feeling threatened. Maybe they just wanted to avoid talking as much as possible. Well, sure, but we can always confirm the truth later. Before that, you and your merry barons should tell us how the Passé took the supplies. We don't know the whole story, but as you know, the Passé operates almost every business in the city. Ah, well, truth be told, we're new to the city, so the market here is unknown to us. Doesn't matter, hard enough to buy anything as it is, but know your way around and you can get whatever you want. People say that the Passé get their food from the officials. How can you be so sure of that? Why sneak it through to the officials when you can just buy it directly? The new governor has imposed the levies? The new governor has imposed levies on all merchants transporting food. No bloke wants to sell, and no bloke can afford to buy. So they don't have stock in reserve? Not unless they want raw meat and produce. So what you're saying is that the Passé gets the relief supplies from the officials and sells them through their merchants. Where do you think all the fresh food on the tables of the nobles come from these days? Do the nobles know about this? They all know that the merchants have been levied. So where else could their food come from? You mean the whole city already knew about this with the exception of the governor? That's a bit far-fetched to me. I'd say most nobles don't think about where their food comes from. Regardless, this means that much of the city is being fed by the rations under the governor's control. If the nobles are the ones buying this food, then the situation is dire. How has it gone this far without the governor realizing it? Couldn't you tell? It seems we need to ask Governor Sulpicius ourselves. We should head back. So the relief supplies are being intercepted and later sold back to the civilians. With the current merchant levies, the only way the market has food to sell is either from your supplies or by smuggling them in. I have no restrictions on smuggling, but the nobles have their own rations, which to my knowledge has been distributed correctly. And whether they take more than their fair share, I doubt they will admit to it. Huh, I restricted the nobles from the refugee supplies, and yet it ended up on their tables regardless. But that cannot be the entire truth. They must be selling the supplies to the merchants somewhere. Well then, what made you think someone was embezzling the relief supplies in the first place, Governor? Because I saw that the refugees weren't getting any of the supplies. I've had merchants visit the city in droves. This should have driven down the price of produce and other goods. I feel that no matter how many supplies we provide, the prices aren't changing at all. It's like feeding an endlessly hungry beast. Even stranger, I went to watch the distribution of supplies in person, and nothing was amiss. Huh? Obviously, they'll be on their very best behavior when the governor himself makes an appearance. Hey, show some manners to the governor! How'd you get in here anyway? I tagged along, of course. I heard that you were going to meet with the governor, so how could I miss out on witnessing our dear gullible leader? Where are your manners? You snuck in, you've got a lousy attitude, and then you have the gall to insult the governor? No, it's fine. It's true that I didn't do a good enough job, and I deserve to be called a fool. But I don't understand. Yes, I went to watch the officials hand out the supplies, but I disguised myself and left in secret. How could anyone know I was there? Haven't you noticed? There are a bunch of people watching you, even right now. What? You have a lot of enemies, don't you know? Oh, so many people are talking bad about you. Even the poor think you're the reason they don't have anything to eat. If I didn't follow you here today, I would have just assumed you were the kind of person who wants to use war to make a fortune. But an idiot isn't any better! Make a fortune? Why would you believe something as stupid as that? The governor brought all those merchants here to give food to the people. How could he possibly exploit that? The rich have done crazier things to keep up appearances. Who knows what is going on in the minds of the nobles? The governor here is from the capital itself. So naturally, he's even more unpleasant than the average noble. Yeah, he's from the capital, and that's exactly why you shouldn't assume he has the same goals as the nobles in this city. Why, you don't believe that the nobles are in league with one another? What an ambitious line of thought. How about you tell that to the people who don't even believe their taxes are used to pay for government services? Or those that don't think about how those services have a cost at all. But that seems so obvious. The more you yap on, the more I realize you lot don't see the world for what it is. Don't just tell me what you read in some dusty books. It's pathetic. I know I'm naive, but I will do things the right way. However, I often forget to consider the people's wishes. Gentlemen, I see no use in further debate, so if you would excuse me, let us talk again when we have found our answers. So we know the problem, but how do we fix it? We're just outsiders when it comes to both the government officials and the specie. Hey Demiurges, you two surely share great wisdom when it comes to ruling the masses. What do you make of this situation? Neonipolis has indeed found itself in a very difficult situation. As the officials are involved in underhanded dealings, we should definitely begin with removing them. You're the one who said it isn't so simple. This city nobles are already upset with the new governor. Go after them and it'll be anarchy. The nobles don't need to be involved at all. Change is an easy way to infuriate the people, even if it leads to something better. But the people can be satisfied by other means. It's all about balance, about delivering both a punishment and a reward. Eh? Where is this reward you speak of? Those who do wrong must be punished, or so you say. Would you do something unjust to lure the interests of the corrupt officials? The public may distrust the governor, but that doesn't mean that everyone in power is only concerned with alternative motives. We need to find out what the officials really think first before jumping to conclusions. There is no need to coddle the officials by reforming them. They know what they're doing. They're not children. Certainly, the officials may be taking the supplies, but they need to store them somehow before they can sell them to the specie. Find that place, and we can catch them in the act. I'm sure you get my point. Yes, I understood that from the start, but you don't need to care why the officials do what they do. The people need food, and the officials have no sense of duty towards the governor. Even if they are appeased, they will not follow his authority. Again with your blind dedication to control! The real heart of the city is the people. If the people place their hearts with the governor, the officials who dare turn their backs on him will be cast aside. In a world where the people support the governor, sure, that may make sense. But as you have heard, what the people really think is that the governor is just another man lining his pockets. Do you believe you can flip a coin and change how people think? If someone does not like something, it's natural that they will keep on believing that. People aren't likely to admit their wrongdoing. But not impossible. We have Zermes, don't we? I think we have a clear goal. As long as we have Zermes, I say likely is on our side. You think too highly of me, Lord Mukaki. Even if Zermes could sway minds, it is imperative we put new officials in power. Officials control the law, but the hearts of people are not things that can be changed by law or power. Perhaps law or power cannot change hearts, but Monera can. You just need to have the right approach. But you don't want it because of your blind belief in your own principles. Do you not just blindly oppose those very same principles? Ha! Hilarious! You think you can turn my words against me? I'm just calling the truth as it is. So was I. Here's some more truth then. You're a pain in the arse. You mess around, and it's the crown mages who will be the ones who suffer. Good point. We have spoken. Let them decide which way they want to go. Don't make this about you. It's a nerve. Your problems are my problems. If you decide something, I should decide as well. So stop thinking you can control everything, oh great wise and powerful lord from the paradise beyond. Enough! Vetus, Valacis, what are you going to do? Well, we have a choice to make. I'm all for changing the officials, but I'm worried about the possibility of messing up and becoming an enemy of them. So I want to side with Mukaki and investigate this Passé. By the way, Chad, for anyone new to these streams, I've been mostly picking Mukaki, if you were curious. I think it's best to start an investigation into this Passé and find out what their intentions are. Zermes, are you on board for this? Well, I'm fine either way. And don't you agree that looking into this Passé sounds more fun than dealing with some self-serving nobles? Well, if that's the case, what's up? Do you want to put this up to a debate like usual? No, I think we should investigate both the epistles and this Passé. Well, we can't be in two places at the same time. I'm happy to work on my own where there's a mystery to uncover. Since you want to look into this Passé, I'll find out what those corrupt officials are up to. If you're alright with that, then I'm counting on you, Valacis. No trial this time. We're just gonna split up again. Absent Omen. So, that shows how this game has good replay value, if you want to see where all the choices take you. And, Vetus is definitely the more focused character than Valacis, even though these two are the main protagonists. It's pretty fitting for me, since I enjoy being the feline characters more than others. We need a plan to look into this Passé. It's already assumed that they took the supplies, but we don't have any proof of that. So we need to prove that in our investigation, right? That goes without saying, but we're looking for more than their methods. We need to dig up which officers are behind them and this whole situation. In other words, the leaders. You realize they're not just going to let us snoop around, it's going to be dangerous. With so much at stake, is it the danger worth finding out the truth? Alright, you made your point. I'll be with you, rooting you on, Zermes. Nah, boss, you don't need to come with me. It's not responsible of me to let my summoner put themselves in harm's way. Huh? Why shouldn't I go? You just can't. We have plenty of helping hands, don't we? All of you, will you join me? Of course! Your orders will surely be carried out. Very well, I'll leave it to you then. Yes, we'll begin right away. Let's go. Huh? Just like that? Sometimes you need to rely on others. Got it? Why does it feel like I can never understand what this cheetah is thinking? He's... he's just that good. We're back. We were able to confirm the rumors. The Spacey are responsible for selling the government's relief supplies. They aren't even trying to hide it. The Spacey Merchants Guild is led by the very same man in charge of the markets. We checked from top to bottom. There's no one else in control behind the scenes. And because of their stellar reputation, they've got nothing to hide. So you're telling me the Spacey handles both the supply and the sale of goods? Sounds less like a gang and more like some sort of chamber of commerce to me. Oh, that's one way you could look at it. So did you confirm that the Spacey are the ones taking the supplies? No ifs or buts? Yes, of course. No mistaking it. If that's the case, then how did they do it? Since you're so certain, then I bet you found out, right? They buy them. They buy them. The officials are selling the goods to them in secret. Where do they get the Monera? They resell the goods to people slightly below the marketplace. The price. They claim that it's special consideration for the current political climate. Oh, but the market prices are actually controlled by them as well. The price inflation is so bad you could trade solid gold for a bag of wheat. Meanwhile, their special consideration prices are 1/5 of the market rate. The people are in debt to them for their generosity in the time of need. Here and in many other areas, they're even lending out free money to those in need. As far as I know, the real workers of the Spacey don't know a thing and are truly kind people. But to the point, they're making much more money than they did before the war. Paying off the officials is just business as usual. After all, the whole market from farm to table is controlled by the Spacey and the officials. The prices are theirs to decide. And like that they pull the wool over the public's eyes. Exactly! Look busy, play dumb, and nobody suspects a thing. To the people, they're the real saviors in comparison to the poor efforts made by the government. As you can imagine, they are very well respected, to put it lightly. There's no way the Spacey can get away with this. We should reveal the truth to the public. It's not that easy. We've tried messing with their plans in the past, but you can't do anything to expose them while the officials have their backs. Blaze is to be taking care of the situation with the officials as we speak. I think I should inform the governor of the situation. Boss, I doubt that would make a difference. The governor lacks credibility. So you could tell the man the truth, but who would believe him? Even if he suspended the officials responsible, the Spacey are backing them up. As long as the status quo of conclusion between businesses and government remains unchanged, it would be very difficult to shake them. But if the people know the truth, no one will support those merchants anymore, right? The supplies from the governor are supposed to be free. If the people really found out the truth and turned against the Spacey, it would only lead to a riot. But who says you need to announce the truth? I've got something better in mind. After all, the Spacey built up all this goodwill. It's a shame they aren't making good use of it. What are you planning? Have you confirmed the names and residences of the officers involved with the Spacey? Yes, absolutely. I still can't say for sure what to do next. I need to talk to Circlus. Boss, can you help me contact the other Crown Mage? I can, but why do you need Circlus? I'm in need of his skills. Alright, I'll get in touch with Malasis. You want to borrow Circlus from me? Well, I've been busy investigating all morning with him, in case you've forgotten. I'm still going to need help hunting down the officials. We both have our own duties to fulfill, so you're going to have to convince me. Now let's consider this a debate. It'll be relieving to have one that's not so serious for a change. I'm sure it will be. Alright, convince Valasis to let Circlus help investigate this Passé. Let's begin. I'll be direct. Circlus is helping me greatly in my investigation, and I won't let you take him without a reason. Well then, how about we exchange heroes? A change of perspective could prove helpful to both our investigations. And you'll have to convince me. You really want to make me work with this, don't you? You're the one who wanted a debate. I'm more than willing to give you what you ask for. What if I ask you to let me win? Now where would the fun be in that? Nice try. Alright, I have 3 blue cards, so let's discard this one. Ooh. Alright, so these debates turn into a form of card games. I gotta get as many heroes on my side to help as possible, and get Valasis's points down to 0. I wanna decrease Valasis's energy points, so I'm gonna give Proklaus some extra energy to protect him from Valasis taking him from me. Zermes hasn't told me much, but we need Circlus' skills for the next part of his plan. His skills? What are you going to do? Heal a confession out of them? I don't think so. Then why do you need Circlus? Hey, Circlus has many talents! I'm flattered, but you're only making me more suspicious by the second. As you can see, we now have the hyena getting with us as cards. Ooh, the broadest might help me out a lot. I'll put him in. just a passive card, so I can't exactly use him. At least it has like 4 cards on hand. So I'm gonna use Mikaki to exchange hands with him. He has the thinnest with him now. Oh, and the tallest. Uh-oh. When Zermes doesn't say what he's going to do, I say you should leave him to his desires. Certainly, and when things go wrong, it becomes everyone else's frustration. Oh, don't worry, I'm an expert at taking care of pent-up frustrations. I'm not overthinking what he just said, am I? When Zermes is sprouting innuendo, I also say you should ignore him entirely. Cool, I can play 2 cards and gain 2 energy points. It's my turn. I wanted to deplete his energy, so I'll give energy to Herklaus. Cool, I did gain energy from doing that. Hey Zermes, you're on my side. Come help me out. When I have him attack, I have to discard my hand, pull 2 cards, and then keep pulling cards as long as the elements match. So, I'm gonna take a gamble here. Darn. Look, I can lend you Zermes in exchange for Circlus. That way we both get something out of this. Between the nobles and the clergy, I'm sure Zermes will make some friends and get the information you need. They do have their guard up about on Circlus. But Zermes, how can I know you're going to help me if you won't tell me what you want Circlus for? Stop your worrying. We both have the same goal in mind. I doubt it. You heard them. I'm not here to defend you, Zermes. You can at least do me a favor, boss. Wait, I think that's the first time I've seen angry Zermes. Oh no, please don't take... Oh, good. I was worried Valises was gonna take a Herklaus from me and... Oh no. Give back my buff, hyena. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay, I have Valises cornered, because I can just get rid of his energy point with Herklaus. Oh, he did it again! took your energy point though. What up with that? Oh no! I need Circus on my side as soon as possible. Yeah, I've got to heal. No! I can't do anything. I've got to get his cards. He took Mikaki from me. He really has me cornered. What do I do? Okay, my turn. I have energy points, so I need to get rid of that. But he didn't do anything. Give you energy. I'll give you energy. Actually, you go first, and then you go next. Oh. Oh no, not Zermes! He was my key! He was my key to victory! This is getting close. Socrates is good at keeping the High Priest in line. I doubt Zermes would be able to do the same. But I'm sure Zermes can help you with other things. I don't even know what you're asking Socrates to help with in the first place. Is that so bad? Either way, Zermes can directly investigate the officials without needing to get the clergy involved. Getting me on your side is a bargain no matter what, Crown Mage. Sometimes I wonder why people find Zermes so attractive when I find him so annoying. Yeah, I find him attractive and annoying, but I still love him. Okay, what's he gonna do? Zermes, come on, give me some good luck. Nope. Just 1 point left. I feel like I can do this. Oh no. Up until now, I've relied on Socrates to help ease tensions between the clergy and the nobles. I see no reason to trade him with you, or rather, you won't tell me the reason. It's not that I don't want to tell you, it's just... trust me! You see... And how is that meant to convince me exactly? Just trust us? Thank goodness I can exchange. There, I won the debate. Phew. Fine, I agree with you. Training heroes is beneficial to both of us. I'm glad you're finally willing to agree with me. Sure, I always follow what is sensible to me. But sometimes, I'd like to be the sensible one. You've always been sensible, Valesus. But debates aren't won by being sensible alone. It's a trade then. I need to pick Zumi's mind on a few things anyway. As long as Zumi's is okay with that. No problem. I'll explain everything to Circus before I leave. And that's that sorted. So what did Zumi say to you? Huh? Didn't Zermes tell you? Nope, he has a knack for leaving out the details. He wishes to take over the Spacey. For real? Yes, really. We poisoned a few of their members and threatened to make an example of them. Additionally, this will afford us the opportunity to get rid of our most difficult opposition. What? That's too drastic! I feel the same. It is drastic, but not entirely madless. Do you know how many people must have died of starvation due to this incident? To some people, wouldn't their lives, and the lives of those around them, be better if this Passé would disappear? Douglas, you're supposed to be the teddy bear of the group. But still, we can't just... I can't accept this. We are in no position to judge them, let alone use this to justify killing them. I was told Lord Wakatihani would be accepting of this plan. That's why I can't stand him! It's true, these merchants have broken the lives of others. That was their choice, and if they pay for it with their lives, they have no right to complain. But that doesn't mean we are the ones to make them pay. Especially in the name of justice. To think of it makes me sick. Zumi said that when push comes to shove, we can just say we're fulfilling our duties on behalf of the governor. Don't give me that crap! That's just his excuse to make you feel better. But he said that there is no other way. If we want to handle this situation with ease, it would be hard not to get rid of the culprits. Hold on, even if they're out of the picture, how are we going to control this Passé? We can't be the ones to run it, can we? Zermes told me you were already in company with his candidates. Huh? You mean us? They were originally part of a gang, right? They should be very familiar with how to manage this Passé. Would the public accept them? According to the teachings of Makani-Hari, political upheaval is acceptable in extreme situations. You can't always afford to wait for people to work on what's going on. Is this really a good idea? Of course it isn't! No matter what you say, I am in a difficult position. Mate, I will heed your call. You just need to tell me what to do. Although Mukaki is bothered by this, Makani-Hani would not object under these circumstances. No, I don't agree with the plan. I agree with Mukaki. We shouldn't do this. What they've done is indeed evil, but it doesn't mean that we can punish them ourselves. Missouri said it was the best course of action. Is there no other way? Even if we want to punish this Spacé, that right should only belong to those who have been deceived by them. But really, would that be any different to revenge? Exactly! It is better to take revenge than to punish others. Those who do harm in the name of justice are just cowards who don't want to feel guilty. That is true injustice. The vengeful at least know they're doing something bad. Rather avoid this altogether. Can you ask Zermes to reconsider? Okay, I'll talk to him. Somehow Zermes is looking less attractive now. What did Zermes say? He said we would need to take some time to think of a new plan. Please send my regards. Phew. Did Zermes think of anything yet? He has his hands full dealing with the other crown mage, Valasis. It would be difficult for him to take care of both of you simultaneously. He told me he needs a little more time. I don't want to rush him, but are we running out of time? Yes, I know, so... Hey boss, before that... Oh, sorry. What? Nothing. It's just that Zermes asked us to examine the intel. So I went to him to report our findings. Intel? Well, let's hope it helps him. In either case, let's wait a little longer. Notify me if any new development arises. Oh, I think I remember what's happening next. Still no new plans today? I think he'll come up with something very soon. The tallest and the broadest hyena strut into the inn, catching the attention of the other patrons. Aren't those two from the hyena gang? How can they be so brazen to stumble their way into a proper establishment like this? Damn scoundrels, how dare they come here? Boss, everything is settled. Thank you for your hard work. Not at all. It wasn't hard work at all with the plan you and Zermes made. Very well. Roommate, there is something I must confide with you. I think I know what you're going to tell me. You're right. We already took care of this Basset. The hell? What do you mean? What was the point of all this then? I apologize, but it was the best course of action. And all that is left is to take control of this Basset. What's done is done. So what do we do next? Or do you plan to keep me in the dark? I won't, but before I show you the light of the situation, it would be best to meet up with Valasis and the others. I have been told that they have finished on their end as well. Alright, then it's time to talk honestly. Oh, and I will be dobbing you into Makaki, so don't watch out if he lights a fire up your arse. I dread for what's to come. Yeah, the scene... Man, that's so not cool of them to leave him in the dark. The good and the ugly. Several days passed without incident. Venus spends his time mulling about the governor's mansion and the greater city, waiting for news to come from the heroes who all refuse to say a word about the situation. That was until Zermes reveals himself, approaching the bemoaning Venus with his usual swagger, his eyes glowing with pride. You've been awfully patient for a crown mage. You've been awfully vague for a hero who's supposedly on my side. On the side of my beloved crown mages. Zermes speaks in a husky voice filled with innuendo. Soon he dispels the tension with a warm, copper-coated laugh that rings through the dead air between them. And you were right to trust me with this affair. Right, how? Because everyone is satisfied, naturally. The officials now firmly support the governor. Truly? Well, they certainly support me, so it's the same thing. Doesn't sound it. There you go again, tangling your own mane with worry when everything's going to be alright. A face like yours was made to bask in radiant confidence, not wallow about in the depth of doubt. I couldn't bear to see such potential wasted. I think you should say what you mean. I mean that you should line up and live a little while your heart still beats, you cheeky bastard. The cheetah sits on a nearby bench, propping his legs up on a table and proceeding to count on his paws. The officials are no longer being insubordinate. The demiurges are no longer at one another's throats from the outcome. Her class got some exercise. Poor Cyclus was able to pull himself together and make a decision. And Kroko still has a stick up his ass, like usual, but we all know he likes that sort of thing. And Valacis? That ray of sunshine? Also eager to be on board. On board for what? Didn't we agree that it would be best to keep you out of this to stay in Makani Hari's good graces? Or is there a streak of Mukaki's influence in you yet? That could be delicious. I don't know. I don't think this is about either of them. And what's it all about? Tell me. No. This is about lasting trust. Like the kind you had in me, Crown Mage? He smiles as he cuts an apple with a pocket knife. I honestly don't know how to feel about you. Not yet, at least. You know what they say, if you have nothing good to say about someone, you don't say anything at all. Hey, ouch! You're wounding me, boss. But despite your barbed words, I'm still happy to hear them. Would you like to know why? Nope. Too bad. It's because you're taking my lesson to heart, kitten. His chuckle echoes inside the tavern. And everybody tells me you're the boring crown mage. How wrong they are. The governor stands prominently within the forum, surrounded by a flock of officials. Despite the urgency of those around him, Sulpicius bows and excuses himself from the group. Young Vetus! I'm not used to seeing you so busy. Oh, it's not a problem at all. In fact, it's fantastic. Well, for this city anyway. As for myself, I'm run off my feet, but there is too much to be done. They cheer heartily at the good news, but Sulpicius begins to stumble. It's clear to see he's more worn out than he lets on. We have a conflict to win, and a population to feed. And we have plenty of men, officials, and heroes who can carry out that work for you. Take your duties in stride. I wouldn't forgive myself if I didn't voice my concern for your well-being after all we've done to regain your authority. But tell me, do you know where I could find Valacis? He should be close by. closer than you think. Ah, have pity on your elders, will you? Belasis! I heard everything went well. Incredibly well. Hey Venus, you gave me better than it went well, you know. It was a flawless victory. I'm really glad that, for once, everything turned out for the better. For once? Well, I just feel that... Hey, mind if we go back to the manor first? Hmm. Belasis clears his throat before picking up his last stray thought. I just meant to say that we succeeded, and that I feel proud to have done good. Is that really all you meant to say? You already know that it wasn't. When I tell you what's on my mind, will you promise not to be mad? I promise. I couldn't be mad at you, Belasis, even if I tried. Okay. Well, I feel like for the first time in a long time, I had control over my life, and I pushed us forward. Well, of course you did. Because I feel like I was left out. You did everything by yourself. That was Zermes' idea. And you went along with it? He said that it was best for the plan if only one of us knew about it. And you believe that. I just... You told me you wouldn't get mad. I'm not mad. I'm just bothered because I'm being kept in the dark. I'm not used to you keeping secrets from me. What I want you to know right now is that I needed to see if I could still make important decisions on my own. That's the reason why. None of the details matter. I'll reveal each and every one right now if you really want to know. All I want to know is why didn't you tell me what you wanted before? Because I wanted to see what I could do when I'm away from your influence. Had I asked you, you would have influenced my actions even if you didn't mean to. And why is that? Because I care too much about what you think of me. I hope you don't see that as a problem. I don't. But I need to strike a balance between what is important to you and what is important to me. I'm sorry for hiding this from you. You don't have to be sorry. You just need to trust me to trust you. You're very kind. But I'm not kind at all. Now there's another lie for the day. I wasn't lying, Venus. Maybe not on purpose. But I know you're just as kind as you say I am. You just have a different perspective. But that's why I always want you around. You can see things that I can't. I suppose that goes for you too. Here. The sound of tearing fabric cuts through the tranquil manor. Belasis takes the torn ribbon and holds it between both of their paws. Whenever I need to keep something secret from you, I'll tie a ribbon around my horn. make things fair between us? Well, I don't think the world has ever been fair to us. But at last we can be fair to each other. Hey, are you going to take the ribbon? I will. But your paws are quite warm. Aww. It didn't take long for Zermes to plant the hyena gang into high-ranking positions within the specie. With the specie's price fixing put to an end, the price of food dropped drastically, especially with the hyenas investigating in large business mergers left, right, and center. While walking through the forum, the crown mages happened to find Zermes talking to the governor in a secluded area. Curious, they find a place out of sight to listen in on their conversation. Are you really so keen to talk about this in such a secluded, romantic scenario, your lordship? I'm not here to tell jokes. Tell me, do you really think we should allow the hyena gang to take over the slums? What's wrong with that? It is true that they are miscreants, but now they have ties to the government. Do you really think they would cause trouble and throw that all away? They may not want to cause trouble, but who can guarantee they will do no wrong? I'll tell you the same thing I say to anyone with trust issues. Believe they can do good, and don't worry so much. Just treat them like some sort of extra judicial staff. Judicial, oops. Well, I certainly can't say that I've ever worked with any people like them before. But also, I'd recommend you not to speak ill of them because you never know if they're listening. What do you mean? Come on out, boys. Good eye, boss. Knew it was only a matter of time before you'd notice me. What? How did you... Did you follow me here? No, not at all. We just happened to need to discuss something with the boss, and I'm the first one who got here. The rest of us are here too. The rest of the hyena gang stepped forth from the shadows. But this... Speak and they shall appear. Pretty convenient, don't you think? Or do you really have a reason to hide away from them? It's more about my privacy. Your privacy? I mean, if you have reservations over that, why not share them with me? I'm quite the counselor. What part of privacy means I need to share it with you? It sounds as though you just want to flirt with me. Your lordship, boss, we really want to thank you for everything you've done for us. Thank me? Surely you don't mean me. Of course we need to thank you. Any common folk would think you'd get rid of us as soon as we did our jobs. He kept us around and hitched us up with a good word to his lordship here. You don't need to cut off every loose end. I'm actually quite lazy, you know. Lazy cheetah? That's different. Because if you know all your animals, you know that cheetahs are very fast, pretty energetic. So a lazy cheetah? That's ironically hilarious. Even so, we still want to express our sincere gratitude. Don't be shy, boss. We don't have any gift other than our gratitude. because we didn't know what to get that would satisfy you. Sure enough, my chalice can satisfy any material desire, don't you know? Nothing else can compare. Although, there is another way you can satisfy me, wink. You would totally say that. That's why this is all we've got. Well, I believe the governor deserves your gratitude more than me. Of course we plan to thank the governor too. How about it, your lordship? Is there anything you want? Anything at all? While good produce is still hard to come by, some fine handicraft may be more to your liking. I can commission some fine art if you'd like. Really? No thank you. I don't accept any personal donations. Although... well, never mind. He was thinking it. He was thinking of commissioning some art. Thanks for recognizing us. Means a lot that we have a firm foothold during this war. Exactly. We can hire some muscle to keep the plebeians in line with all the money we're... Ow! Bro, why'd you stomp on my foot? Lord Zermes, are you sure this is okay? I don't see a problem. Would it really be different with anyone else? It is a time of conflict. People in power will do what they do to keep the chaos in line, even if it is heavy-handed. At least they're honest boys. No more skulking about like what the Spacet used to do. Fine, allow me to trust you for now. If only we could do things by the books. And such a thing happens in the capital? It does not. I thought a small city would be a good place to start. And now you know. I apologize for this idiot's actions, your lordship. I love that the strongest is the one who's well-mannered. We will cooperate with the government the best we can. No, it's okay. It's like Zermes said, I can't change how the people of this city work. I do have a question, your lordship. Why do you allow us to take over the Spacet to begin with? You can give it to them straight. I might as well. You already overheard my prior conversation. I do not trust you in the slightest. To be direct, Zermes trusts you not to make trouble, and we have no one else to take the position. If you think I will dispose of you right after the war, be assured that I will do no such thing. However, I do have to warn you that the governor who takes my place may or may not be so kind. By that you mean... we won't be officially recognized? I understand. We're here today to thank the both of you for helping us so far. Please forgive us if we overstepped. I'm sorry that not everything worked out how you all wanted. But I appreciate your hard work in both the past and the future. It's our honor. Then I shall be on my way. Boss! Guess guess we can still hang out at our new place? This time it's all decked out. Also got some men who can make you feel right at home. Dumbass, show some respect! Ow! So what? Hey, you really think the boss finds that impressive? You're right. Ha! Your brother took the words right out of my mouth. One life down and you'll find yourself still searching for what fulfills you. You're good boys, and you should live on your own from now on. Think of it as a token of my appreciation. Boss. Zermes, this isn't how it ends. You gave us a new life. We couldn't be more grateful. Boss! Zermes! The boss is gone? What's wrong with the boss? Vive ut vivas. Hi, Chad. We're entering blind territory now. I don't know what happens after this. I'm just giving my voice a little break after all of that. The Hyena brothers are at a loss for words, blinking and staring at one another. Venus feels an urgent sense of worry as he pursues Zermes through the city. Zermes! Hmm? Do you think that we've done enough? You don't think so? Well, what more is there to be done? Sulpicius has a tighter control over how food is distributed. And those thieves have the cussiest jobs they've had in their lives. I've wrapped this whole ordeal up nice and tidy. I wouldn't say that. Oh? Then what did I miss, boss? Well, you solved the big problem. I think me and Valasis are in worse spirits than when we started. Spites? Did I read that wrong? Oh, maybe this is just another typo they missed. Yeah, that should be spirits. Oh. There we go. Well, that's life, kitten. Stop! I can't take it every time someone calls me kitten. So then, what are your future plans for the Hyena Gang? Future plans? None, really. None? You sound displeased by that. Not as displeased as I am. Oh, the thinnest member of the Black Hyena gang reveals himself, jumping from a window, spinning his dagger between his fingers. What's the deal with all this talk of nothing, boss? The man walks closer to Zermes, his dagger still spinning. After all, my brothers and I are your gainful employees. Don't be so dramatic. Put that toy away. The hyena looks stupefied. Issuing commands so soon? The hyena shakes his head. Bit bold, considering you're washing your hands of us. He twirls his blade some more until it makes a low hum. I think I deserve to at least know why. I don't believe I've ever said that. But, considering all of the theatrics, seems like you have a few ideas in your head already. So, let's hear it then. Dealing with complaints is my specialty. You make the others feel like you'll always be just around the corner if we find ourselves in a tough spot. I'm not as simple as my brothers, you know. Well, that's not a hard barrier to suppress, now is it? I've gotten real good at telling when a man becomes a ghost to me right in front of my eyes. Well, I am dead after all, but I promise that I'm very solid. That's not what I mean, and you know it. You talk about completed favors with a tone of finality. You start speaking real careful, all businesslike. Each word sounds like a deal coming to a close. And on top of all that, you want us to be grateful when you disappear. Might as well jab this into your eye or give your neck a crimson smile for that kind of hubris. Oh yeah? Pray tell me your reasoning for that move, brightest of the hyena gang. You promised us a genuine partnership. Partnerships don't burn up into a little crisp at the earliest convenience. We thought we had a friend we could put our faith into, not some ponce who shaked us. So you thought Zermes the Savior deals in the business of friendships. What exactly do you think I'm about, mate? Don't care. Without you at our side, you put us in a cage, and I want out. But do you have food? Oh, so? Do you have a roof over your head? A nice one. Maybe you won't have an entourage to kiss the rings on your fingers, but you'll be very comfortable. Comfortable cages are still cages. And we could lose these nice things at any time if a noble just up and decides we shouldn't have them. Fact of the matter is, I doubt we'll last long as a liaison between the other gangs and the government without you about. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. So I still want out. Well, I'm afraid I can't do that for you. We're back to square one if you and your brothers won't act as license for the rest of the criminals still festering in the city and the new government. Liaison? Oh! Liaison? Okay, thank you, Isaac. You're full of great ideas, boss. I'm sure you'll come up with another one, or else your fanciful little crown mage over there will look like a fake. Doubt that'll be pretty. If you want to try that, I could always chuck you and your brothers into prison. As if you have the evidence. I have my ways. Though, of course, you could stick to the current plan. Maybe stab me a bit to get it out of your system. Please don't. Or I could treat you like you really are intelligent. I'm listening. Zermes takes out his holy chalice and holds it before the hyena's snout. Draw from the cup. Hyena's eyes narrow as he looks into the chalice's silvery pool. He dips his paw in deep and pulls out a wilted rose. Here's your chance to prove to me you're as smart as you say you are. Tell me what just happened. The hyena holds the rose up to his face. A petal falls as he sniffs. The smell is sweet, but it's wasting away. That's the fate of every flower. Now draw again. The hyena dips his paw in the chalice as instructed. He brings forth a bushel of wheat. Venus speaks up, confronted by the scene before him. Zermes, didn't you tell me that only the first pull from the cup was free? And that the cost to use it was terribly high? This is a special occasion. Zermes studies the hyena's face. What did you notice that time? Tell me everything. The hyena bites his lips. Well, I definitely feel a little tired. The water level didn't rise when I put my hand in. The smile on Zermes' face slipped into a scowl. Well, of course it didn't. The water didn't fall when I took the wheat from it. After all, it's magic. No other flower. Still magic. Well, I don't know anything about magic. But I do know that nothing's free. It's the nature of this world. All this stuff is coming from somewhere, ain't it? Zermes? What does he mean by that? I guess you are smart. What is he talking about? What you're pulling from the cup isn't actually coming from the chalice. It's coming from yourself. What do you mean, it's coming from yourself? Why do you think I don't let people pull from the chalice all the time, kitten? What comes from the cup is paid with your life expectancy. Excuse me? Hey now, don't get so haughty. A few minutes of your life for a diamond sounds more than fair to me. That is, if you're lucky. But doesn't that mean the more you take, the more of your life you lose? Right, and every subsequent draw is twice as expensive. The chalice is wise for a cursed object. It reflects the truth of this world. Some people work themselves to the bone and get almost nothing in return. And some people do the bare minimum and stumble into wealth. The chalice might not be kind, but it's not a liar. So what do you say, mate? Even knowing how the chalice works, you still want to dip your hand in again, don't you? The hyena stopped spinning his dagger. I think your chalice is a brilliant thing. He takes a step forward and slips his paw into the cup once again. Wait, what are you doing? He pulls out a small sparkling coin. The sign of it twinkles in his eyes, then in his smile. Marvelous. You're not even a little bit mad? So I'm losing a bit of life for a chance at witches? Who gives a shit? I could die tomorrow for all I know. I don't have the privilege to think about my future so meticulously as you dedicated crown mage. That chalice is killing you! So what? So is everything else in this shithole. The only difference here is I have some say on whether I want to use the cup or not. I've spent every night in the slums, expecting not to wake up after I closed my eyes. I'm used to death. The here and now is what matters for people like me and my brothers. I don't care for tomorrow. The thin hyena pokes Venus in the forehead. And I don't care for the dreams of little philosophers with big plans for the future. He sees his dagger. I will find a suitable replacement for my will in this city here. My brothers may go where they wish. He gives Zermes a slow, thin smile. And where the chalice goes, I will go. The hyena starts walking away, but Zermes calls out to him. And is that all you have to say for yourself? The cup and the job are both means to the same damn end. One's just faster. Life is just monetary in the end, and the only way to break that up is with some damn passion! Zermes' words fall on deaf ears. The hyena had already left. Bettina stands before Vetus, heaving with each breath. I was wrong again. He's still just as stupid as his brothers. Is that really what's bothering you right now? Oh. Sorry, I forgot you were here. He sprawls his long body on a stoop, sulking with his head tilted and neck exposed. People are such fickle things. Oh, really? No. No! You're not going to give some melancholy speech on my watch. You had released a straw from that damn chalice, and I didn't even tell us what it was doing. Oh, you had released a straw from that damn chalice, and didn't even tell us what it was doing. Bettina sighs. No doubt you've spent 5 minutes taking care of yourself. I learned my humblest apologies for stealing one intimate moment in exchange for a life-changing experience. To my credit, I was very careful to make sure nobody could take too much from the chalice. Venus picks up the rose from the ground and stares and starts hitting Zermes with its thorns. Ow! Quit that! You owe me a Valise's 10 minutes of our lives! I can't give it back. I'll find a way. We'll start with this. Ouch! I'll take that flower from you if you don't stop. Ow! 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 Fuck! Stop it! You should have told us what it does. Don't give me excuses. Listen. Venus drops the wilting rose. Fine. I'm listening. Once I figured out how the chalice worked, it was hard not to see my entire existence in it. Mine and everybody else around me. Lives are meted out in days and nights, all for the taste of stability or glory or whatever we think the heavens hold. The only way to break up the monotony of it all is passion. Anger, rage, excitement, betrayal. Love? Sure, whatever. You know, if you really wanted to get a rise out of people, you could just stick to flirting. You seem like you'd be a lot better at romances than... Venus gestures his arms at the buildings around him, then at the holy chalice. Whatever this all was. Romance blooms and wilts just like the flower you hit me with. Sure, the warmth and excitement create and all, but the better it starts, the worse it ends. What a sad outlook. It comes from a place of experience, kitten. Believe me or don't, but I'm out of here. Wait! What? I don't want you to use the chalice on our allies again unless they know what they're getting into. Only allies, huh? Or friends. Yeah, whatever you like. Now I'm going to go drink wine until I can't think for a bit, if you don't mind. Vegeta was gone before Venus could come up with anything to say. I want you to be wrong, Zermes. I just don't know if you are yet. And that ends pro bono publico. Gosh. That was... Gosh. Man, that was my genuine reaction to all this. This is my genuine reaction to all this. Just... Man... Astatos, you've amazed me again. Man, this story is so good. The dialogue is so good. I don't want to look into philosophy now. I want to learn more about philosophy after this. Like, gosh. Man, I honestly kind of want to stop here. I don't want to jump into the next chapter right away and leave it in at that to, you know, give people a cliffhanger and have them look forward to what's to come. So, in a sweet and fitting ways, next, that'll be the chapter that we start in the next stream. But we still have time for an interlude, so let's do that. It's time to take a break and let the troubles of the outside world fade away. Let me know if there's anything you wanted to talk about, Venus. Regardless, I'm more than happy to just spend time with you. Ooh, do you think Mikage would enjoy a bath? It only costs 50 mementos. Honestly, I really want to see Mikage more than Sulpicius. So I just thought of an idea. And then I decided it was an absolutely terrible one. So instead of that, how about we keep to ourselves today? Sure thing. We have been through an awful lot lately. You have no idea, Valasis. Ha! If you immortals lack for company, then why did you not ask me earlier? Oh. Mikaki. The two crown mages begin to whisper. Why is he following us here exactly? Can he even touch the water without fizzling out? Probably. Well, he looks like he's made of fire and lava. I don't know. He's one of the demiurges. What if his body overheats the water and we get boiled alive? I hadn't considered that. are the two of you scheming? We were just discussing that it might be a bad idea for you to use the public bathhouses. And why is that? Well, the baths are very orderly and traditional place. That's too stuffy for someone such as yourself. And there are so many rules. You would have to rent a little box for your clothes, then talk to the attendant to get a towel. Absolutely not worth your time. A towel? I am wearing plenty right now, but I could change it if it would satisfy you. I love that the portrait animated so that he walked away. They watched him walk over to one of the wicker bins containing fresh towels. Wait, is he really going through with this? Well, I doubt McConkie himself would be bothered by a line like stealing a bath towel is wrong. Hey, thank you for the raid, Bradway. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the stream, guys. Gosh, you missed a lot of drama, but we are enjoying some time in the hot tub with the characters right now. You were in editing hell? Oh man, how did that go? I don't give a damn about the towels. I don't want anybody getting boiled alive. You really think that could happen? I don't intend to find out. You know I can hear the both of you. Dated Hokio Kamui? Oh, that must have been awesome. What a bunch of bullies, accusing me of that kind of stuff. Oh, I guess I had to turn on the shadow command for that? Oh. What a bunch of bullies, accusing me of that kind of stuff. We're just being safe. Oh, ye of little faith. There, where exactly is the changing room? Why do you care? It's not like anybody else can see you but us. Okay, but you should both turn around. What? Are you kidding me? Just because I'm divine doesn't mean I'm immodest! You're barely wearing anything in your ordinary outfit. Oh no. I barely took one of my throat and I had to cough, but good thing I muted. Turn around! Okay. Fine. Phew. Now there's the kind of respect that I like to see. This won't take me long at all. The crowd made his way for McConkie to tell him he's finished. Okay, that's better than what Makani Hardy had. Just a normal red towel with some rips. It really fits his aesthetic. There we go, you can turn around now. Makaki's already eating around in the bath, splashing the water with one of his claws. We must look mad to anybody who can see us. Forget about that, he didn't even change into anything. He just dropped the towel on the floor and took off his armor. You're right, do you think we should mention it? The water's fine, mortals, get in already! Leave it be. Malasis tests the water's temperature with his toe. Wait! You'll still need your toe! It's safe, Vetus. Of course it's safe. I wouldn't get anything out of cooking my loyal followers alive now, would I? Whoever said we were your followers? Well, maybe not willingly. You mortals always think your decisions spring out of neatly curated conclusions, don't you? You think you know how the world works, but everything you know is just made up by somebody else. Every action and reaction you take pulls you into biases and dispositions that persuade you to act in one way or another. You're still responsible for your choices, of course, but things you can't control put you on that path. Take these oranges in the water, for example. What is he talking about, Valisis? He's talking about fruit, Vetus. It's not about the bloody fruit! Look at how they all bob in the water. The tiniest ripple I make will set each orange on a course. The bodies collide and bump against one another, and each fruit is set on a course, setting others on courses in return. You might think this is a peaceful little bathhouse, but chaos is at play constantly, for everybody and for everything. And that's why you're all my followers, whether you understand it or not. Huh. Makes you think, right? One of these oranges are fresh enough to eat. You're ruining his moment. It's not my fault he made me think about the oranges. Maybe I should boil the both of you alive. Man, it's great to mess with Macaque. Yeah, yeah, he's definitely my favorite demiurge. Alright, Chad, here's the plan. I'm going to stop at Astatos right here, but I'm going to change it to a different game, so we can fill in another hour of stream time. So, I'm just gonna do my ending spiel for this archive of Astatos, because I'm gonna put this on YouTube. To everyone on YouTube watching the archive, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.